What's up, guys, and welcome to the Scards channel. I know it's been a while. I've been busy with finals. I gotta pull through with them A's. Gotta make my family proud. We gotta transfer. I'm at a JUCO right now, and it's a grind. I don't want to be there forever, so I gotta get good grades. And I would have had probably a few more videos out, but I somehow managed to hurt myself while throwing baseballs. Um, I don't know how that happened, but it happened. So it is what it is. I'm recovering now, and it's all good. So in this video, I wanted to show you guys basically my split. I follow an upper-lower split. Um, 3 leg workouts a week and 3 upper body workouts a week. And on the upper body workouts, I do hit core as well, so I don't neglect any muscle group. So this is my upper body day. So we started off with banded bench. I rotate my banded bench and normal bench days. So I just one after the other, because this banded bench here really helps out with the lockout. It really burns your triceps, and it allows you to add extra load without really the danger of failing on it, because at the bottom is when you're most weakest, and the band tension obviously isn't as great at the bottom of the lift. So that's why I do those, and they're just really a good explosive upper body workout. And then next up, I did some overhead presses. These are really important because in baseball anyways, and even basketball, you notice how a lot of the guys have defined shoulders, especially Giannis. And it's just really important to have, for shooting the basketball. You take so many shots and you're going to get tired if your shoulders aren't strong enough. So there you go. And this is also typically an underdeveloped muscle for a lot of athletes. A lot of athletes focus on, they'll hit their bench, they'll hit their back, legs, but shoulders often are neglected because they're worked out in, most of the other exercises. So it's good to isolate them once in a while. And the overhead presses are a really good way of doing that. And then here we moved on to jerks. I've been implementing this in my program a lot lately. It's really nice because it's a super explosive upper body movement, and honestly I haven't been able to find too many of those during my whole workout journey, really. I think this is going to really translate on the mound and to vertical jump because of how explosive it is. I heard I don't know where I heard it, but I heard that if you can't jerk this weight, then you can't front squat it. So the fact that you can jerk a certain amount of weight says that you can front squat it. And it's just, a really good exercise because you're using your legs, but you're not going to full depth, obviously. So you can do it on your upper body days because it really isn't taxing to your legs. And you're, using your shoulders, obviously. It's just an overall really good exercise. And next we got weighted pull-ups. On the 90-mile-an-hour formula, it said that if you can do a pull-up with 250 pounds total, so your body weight plus extra poundage, if it adds up to 250 and you can do one, then you're healthy enough at least to throw 90. So I'm just, hitting the requirements, and I'm going to try to get there. So after the pull-ups, we moved on to the battle ropes, and those are really good to just mimic running. It's a pretty athletic movement, and I just like doing it for the cardio. So this is my lower body day. I start off with box squats. I'm in a strength phase right now, so I am taking away some of the plyometrics, some of the speed stuff. Also, because of my throwing injury, I can't really run right now too well, so I decided I might as well do a strength phase, and it kind of makes sense for me to do that right now. So we're doing box squats here. The thing about box squats is that you can go super heavy, which is good, but you have to keep your core and back embraced the whole time, or else you risk, falling backwards when you're sitting, or the weight just, taking a toll on you because you're not braced for it. So make sure you're sucking in a lot of air. On the way down, you're keeping it in, and at the top of the squat, you can release it. and you repeat that over and over again. So for my warm-up sets, you notice that I did higher reps. This is just to get, me used to the movement. And as I go up in weight, so here I'm doing 405, I am doing my normal rep range, so 3 reps. This is just so I can keep it as explosive as possible. I don't want to overexert myself, or else when I get to the working weight, I won't be able to do it. And the whole point of this is to put as much force in the ground as possible. And if you don't get to your top weight, then you're not going to be able to put as much weight or as much force in the ground as you want. They would carry over to jumping or running or anything like that. This is why you see people going super heavy on these. So I worked up to 455 for 3. It wasn't that hard, but this is all the weight I have right now, and I didn't want to put the weighted vest on because it's not as sturdy on my back anymore. So next up, we move to split squats. This is essentially, it's kind of a very similar movement to the box squat, but it's single leg. So you don't use as much weight. Therefore, I can get a little bit more out of this exercise because, 455 obviously I'm not going to do for this exercise. So here I'm doing 235 for 3, or 235 for 5, and then 255 for 3. This is good. I like it more than the box squat just because it activates your hamstrings and glutes way more. The box squat, it's good because it takes out the elasticity in your muscle and is going to translate to jumping a lot, but it's quad dominant. So I do this exercise just so I can hit all parts of the leg. And this is one of those you're going to go pretty heavy on, and it's just a fun exercise to do. And in the strength phase, you're probably going to want to go deeper on these just to get a little bit more hypertrophy. But as you taper into a power / jumping phase, you can do a little bit less range of motion, so you're mimicking the jump. And obviously, if you're going low or not as low, then you can do a little bit more weight. But the good thing about these is that if you're going pretty heavy, like a little bit over body weight, and you're moving it fast, you're going to be putting more force into the ground than you would on a jump, which means it'll correlate to your jumping really well, and the next time you go out jumping, if you're not sore, you're going to jump probably a lot higher. So that's why I like doing these exercises. I don't know if I made it clear earlier in the video, but I'm going to be potentially documenting my road to 90 miles an hour as a pitcher. That's going to be my next goal. Obviously, I'm going to keep working toward jumping higher. I want a 45, 50-inch vert, obviously, so I'm going to be working towards that. But I'm also going to be working towards throwing 90 miles an hour from the left side, because as I get closer and closer to transferring, I'm getting, I have less time to basically improve on pitching and hopefully make the team. So I'm transferring to a D1 school, and if you want to make the team, you got to be throwing pretty hard. So I'm going to be grinding towards that. So really the only thing that means is I'm going to be obviously practicing for it, and I might put on a little bit of mass, but I'm not going to put on so much that it takes away from the jumping. So lastly, I did squats. So I basically worked up to a heavy single for RPE 8, and then I backed off with pause squats at a much lower weight. So this is 235 for 3, and ideally you hold it for 3 seconds and then you explode up. Guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope you found some tips, pointers. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like the video. Thanks, and have a good one. Peace.